Greetings everyone and welcome to the SMOOREZ archive. These are just all my old videos that I took down that I am re-releasing with some slight edits here and there. I did these DHGate Cheapo sneaker reviews for entertainment and educational purposes, and I do not endorse the sales of any Replica products whatsoever. No links to any of these items will be given since these videos were done ages ago anyways. Well, I hope you do get a kick out of my old content. Well, it looks like the bird is the word in this video, because a little birdie told me that these were on DHGate, so I figured that I should buy a pair, and sure enough they flew all the way from China to Australia. They flapped their little wings and arrived right here. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of bird puns in this video, which I can't help, they're just going to be all over the place. The stupid pigeon who decided to organise these and ship them out, I bought them on the 1st, they shipped them out on the 10th. Well done. So your stupid pigeon might have gone to Mexico or something like that. Who knows? Anyways, we're going to crack these open because I've rambled on long enough about birds. Obviously, you know what these are because the title says birds, pigeon, shoes, thing, knife. Let's open and see. Hopefully that this garbage bag isn't a bird's nest of a parcel. I love life. Same quality garbage bag actually, but I take that back. Terrible quality garbage bag. At least they were nice enough to give me a bubble wrap bag. That's nice of them. They even taped it up. That's nice of them. Oh, you gooses, I mean pigeons. You didn't give me a bag. You gave me just a sheet of bubble wrap. That's not good. At least they wrapped it nice. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. We're gonna have fun with these ones, people. Oh. And now we're going to be having a look at a pair of Nike SB Dunk Low TRD QS Black Pigeon shoes, which are this amount on Flight Club. And I quite like these shoes. Well, I like Nike SB Dunks in particular. As you can see, that is what they look like. Profile of them is basically a Nike SB Dunk shoe. It's, you know, got the tongue that's kind of thick, and then it's got the extra cushioning on the heel. And it's got a suede upper mixed with leather and all that sort of good stuff, and a nice red mid, well, lower mid, and then turning into the very, very, very bright red sole, and it has Nike SB written there. The main feature of this shoe is the pigeon, and this is the most important factor of this whole entire video, is to make sure that the pigeon on this shoe looks like an actual pigeon. And I regret to inform all of you that, unfortunately, it looks like it has been slightly run over by a truck, then picked up, and then perhaps put together as roadkill. That's probably the best description I can give you. However, it gets even better, because this is the best one. Yep, that pigeon went, I'd say headfirst into a wall, and then tried to gain its bearings, and then went headfirst into another wall, then probably got ran over by a lawnmower. Who knows? Just as a bit of a comparison here, because I'm going straight for this pigeon, because this is what I wanted. I have an authentic Jeff Staple pigeon hat. That is what a pigeon should look like. That is not what a pigeon should look like. Have they stitched the beak on backwards? I think they did. Oh god, that is fantastic. If you want to be a true pigeon follower, you gotta get the pigeon right. Fail. Okay, so starting with this one. The suede feels good. That's a positive. The leather feels good as well. On the back there's the Nike stitching, which looks pretty horrendous, because you can see that they've just went in and then just followed along to the I, followed along to the K, and maybe take a little bit of a break and then go for the E. So yeah, that's not really the best. The back of the shoe looks okay. I'm noticing a lot of scuff marks around the mids. Like there's just a lot of them. There was a lot on the other one, but this one is more prominent. Now I'm not too sure if the images I'm looking at on Flight Club are different or something like that, but it looks like the leather is supposed to be distressed as well, and not just a standard black leather shoe with the suede detailing. Not too sure. I mean, it looks close enough. So I'm going to compare these to a pair of other Nike Dunks that I've got in my collection, and I'll pull them out soon and we can have a look at them. But otherwise, let's continue to have a look around this shoe and see what other things we can pick out and see if there's any other loose feathers. Nike swoosh looks a little bit looks a little bit jagged. It's fine. It'll do. The star detailing around here isn't really the best. It looks like they kind of just plonked it on with a cookie cutter. Just went doot, 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 doot. Good enough. The toe box area, that looks fairly clean. Stitching around there looks fairly... I mean, it starts to go a little bit iffy there, but I guess there's got to be some compromises made somewhere along the lines. And then the other side, that doesn't have the pigeon, luckily, looks pretty much all the same. The swoosh looks pretty clean. I'm going to No, I'll take that. I'm going to take that back. But once again, I nitpick on a lot of things. Then there's some sort of like, I don't know, maybe some tape or something? What is it? I don't know what that is. As long as it's not dead bugs, I'm happy. The tongue is a very mesh feeling tongue with the Nike SB logo there, and then it says Dunk Low Pro. The swoosh looks a little iffy there, but yeah, what are you gonna do? The tag is a bit crooked. What do you expect? Inside of here is all that. To the naked eye, I can't even read any of that. Good luck to anyone who can read that. That's a little bit ridiculous. The laces are just sort of the rounded flat laces, if that makes any sense, which is quite standard on a lot of these models. Then we have the inside of the shoe. We have tissue paper. Why does this tissue paper feel heavy? Oh, it's because they've used crappy tissue paper combined with slightly crappy tissue paper, and that's why it feels heavy. Fantastic. So we got some elastic straps holding in the tongue, so you can see that they stretch out like that. Looks all good. Just hit the tripod, doesn't matter. Let's have a look at this insole. Oh, this insole doesn't feel terrible. You guys got to see this. This is a marvel. We have this Zoom Air. This doesn't seem like the right insole for this shoe, but whatever. And then we got the footprint there, which looks like it'll probably scratch off in a few days, but the bottom of it has this, a bit of a heel cushioning, and then all this sort of honeycomb looking material. But that insole is actually quite decent. It has some comfort to it. Yes, it is yoga mat foam, but it is double thickness yoga mat foam, which is quality, absolute quality. And that is extra helpful, except it's slightly... Oh, they just glue it in. Okay, that's you know, I'll just put that to the side now. Let's have a look at the stitching inside of the shoe. There is a loose thread there. Maybe the pigeon's already been inside the shoe and picked at it. Looks all cleanish. Sort of clean. As long as the shoe holds together, I don't really care. There is the tag there, which is 883-232-008-2016. At least this one has a code, unlike the previous shoes that I reviewed, which didn't have a code. The bottom of the shoe, it is a very, very vibrant red, which is what I liked about these shoes when I first seen them. We have Nike SB written there, which is run-of-the-mill. Already got stuff from my carpet. Actually, no, it's a bit of fluff. It's a bit of fluff. Ooh, crisis averted, no free bugs. Otherwise, you know, the sole does feel really grippy. As I said, the paint is a little bit iffy all over the place. So that's that shoe. So I'll jump to this one, which will go back to here. And as you can see, sort of just the sole is just peeling off like it's being dragged along the ground sort of thing. Then we have some paint marks there, which might... No, they won't come off. The suede is, you know, a bit distressed, you can see it, but the leather is just very clean, which I'm not sure if that was the look they were going for. The Nike on the back heel tab, that is very jagged there. Doesn't look quite as good as it should. Tag is there, US 11, so they appear to be the same size. Are they left and right foot? Because you know what they say about pigeon feet. All feels good, but that Zoom Air doesn't seem to be the right insole for it, so I will have to maybe do some research and see if that is the actual insole or not. But otherwise, the bottom of this sole looks pretty average. It's very grippy. I'll say that. It is very grippy, so I do like that. The holes, on the other hand, are pretty jacked. It's like someone just poked a hole through it and just went, yeah, it's good enough, and didn't really check to see if there are actually holes or not, and just random, they look like bullet wounds. Laces, exactly the same. There's no Nike SB branding or anything like that on them. They are just pretty plain. I'm going to pull out some other Nike Dunk shoes, and I'm going to just compare them really, really quickly, just to see if the shape and, you know, the detailing is all correct. Do it on foot, sort of segment, and we'll finish this video. Okay, so while I don't have the SB variant, here are these ones. I can't remember what these ones are called. 2009 these are from. I thought these were Ultraman ones when I first got these. Let's start with the toe box area. Toe box is looking pretty much identical. Better stitching on the Real Deal, of course. Much cleaner on the Real Deal. The Nike swoosh, on the other hand, you can definitely see differences there, 100%. The swoosh goes into a nice thinner swoosh, whereas that one is just sort of a little bit thicker and a little bit strange. On the back tabs, there is a massive difference. That does not look appealing at all. You can definitely tell there's a difference. These are much cleaner than these. These are sort of just all over the place here and there. Bottoms, though, almost look the same. Because this is the SB variant, I would say that they've probably added more grip and stuff like that to them to make them more skateboardy. But otherwise, yeah, they look practically the same in terms of the patterns and styles and all that sort of stuff. And the insoles, I think these ones aren't removable, if I'm not mistaken. No, they are removable. Ah, okay. So this one is like this. This doesn't have any cushioning. This has the cushioning for the heel support because of skateboarding. Yeah, this is just a standard insole, but it has Nike written on it and some numbers and all that sort of stuff. And the tongue material on this one is definitely different. But you can see the Nike branding and the words on the back there. Pretty legible, and you can see what they're supposed to say. And then coming to this one, it's kind of the same material, but they've got more of a mesh sort of pattern on there. And then, yeah, it's more or less the good luck trying to read me thing. And the tag, obviously, is just near the elastic straps, whereas this one is on the side of the shoe. So there you go. That is the comparison between those two. So obviously there is a difference because one is for skateboarding and one is just for whatever, basketball, usual, casual, streetwear, whatever. Throw that to one side, and let's maybe put these on foot, have a bit of a walk around in them, see how they feel. Just before we go any further though, that's a Pigeon. That kind of almost looks like a Pigeon. This, on the other hand, is just an abomination. Pigeon, abomination. Pigeon, abomination. Well, time to try these things on now. Okay, so let's ignore the obvious fact that the pigeons on these shoes are completely stuffed and focus on the actual shoes themselves. So they are a pair of Nike SB Dunk Low shoes. They feel like them. They are comfy. They have grip. They are true to size. If we take the Pigeon out of the equation, these shoes are pretty rock solid, but otherwise the Pigeon is crap. So that was the on-foot segment for these done, and as you can see, the paint on the soles is just peeling off, which I noticed beforehand, but now it's even worse. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a coat that's going to come off there first, and yeah, not a lot I can do about it. You know, it's not actually on this one as of yet, so maybe it's just this one. I mean, this one's got the Pigeon with the snapped head, so anything's possible. Feel free to give these shoes a nickname because of the lovely pigeon designs on them, especially this one. I'm thinking the pigeon that broke his neck while flying into a window. That's probably the best one. Even his feet are just stuffed. It just, you know what, I might take a photo for Instagram of how terrible it looks and you can all laugh at it. I mean, you're already probably all laughing at how terrible that is. Only the finest quality from China, of course. Only the best. That is the review for these Nike SB Dunk Low TRD QS Black Pigeon shoes. And I know their shoes are pretty run-of-the-mill because they're just Nike SB Dunk shoes, and a lot of people are probably like, you know, where's the Yeezys and all that sort of stuff. These were my own preference choice, you know, I sort of like skateboarding shoes. The chunky profile of these really appealed to me, and because they had the Jeff Staple Pigeon on it, and I had the Jeff Staple Pigeon hat, you know, why not sort of combine them together? I'm just going to place that on top, like so, because then I at least know what Jeff Staple's Pigeon is supposed to look like. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video, which hopefully should be DHGate stuff. Hopefully. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you made it to the end, you got through some really cringy old s'mores. If you liked it though, leave a like. If not, then feel free to dislike. I'll see you in the next one.